Okay, let's see. Camo Dave live in the dungeon. Brought to you by Tandil. Camo Dave live in the dungeon. Brought to you by Tandil. Here's the dungeon, everybody. Here's the dungeon. There's the Tandil. Tandil. Proudly sold by Aldi. So I don't know, man. It is a miserable day here in the DC area. It is absolutely miserable. I got my USMC shirt on. No, I was not in the Marines. I'm just a huge fan of the Marines. But anyway, just wanted to say hi to everybody. I am just bored to tears. Went out to lunch. I was sitting out on the deck there. I was doing some YouTube-y stuff, and it was just boring as hell. And it's raining like hell. It rained yesterday. It rained the day before. It's going to rain tomorrow, and it's going to rain Saturday, and I'm just sick of it. So I decided to come down in the dungeon. I got the little laptop. I got the notebook computer here, and I wanted to try and see how it all connected with the YouTube. Okay, the battery looks in good shape. I'm on battery power here, and we're just checking it out. Got the camo pants on. Hi, SKG. Oh, wow, I really loved your little story the other day about having to pee in the car. That was cool. That was like, I was feeling it. I've had a couple cases like that where you're in traffic and you've had a lot to drink. I love to guzzle tea, and you get in traffic and you get in a traffic jam, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you got to pee and there's nowhere to do it, and you feel like, okay, yeah, I've had that a couple times, and it's like, just get me to the restroom, get me to Walmart. Hi, Time Chaser. Hi, Gomez Adams. Hi, Craig. Oh, God, get a jobby poo. This is my jobby poo. Anyway, I wanted to talk today, a really interesting stuff topic today, if you want to discuss it. I don't know how that's going to come through real well. There was a good article today in the New York Times. The New York Times is a wonderful paper. I know it's left liberalism to its max, but they do have some good articles. And there was a really good article here on Google's file on me was big, but not as creepy as Facebook's. I got a request from Google the other day to do what do they call, a checkup of my Google settings. Okay, Google owns YouTube, so you know that, and then Alphabet owns Google. So they had me do a checkup of my settings, and they had me go through all these things, and it's like I didn't understand the implications of anything. It said something like, is it okay if Google keeps a record of all the apps you use on all your devices, because this will improve our way of serving you in terms of we knowing all the apps you use and what you might need and da-da-da. And I'm reading that and I'm going, well, yeah, but at the same time, do I want Google sitting there monitoring every app I have on every device, even apps that aren't connected to Google? And this guy here, his name is Brian Chen. He's one of the tech writers there for the New York Times. Really good article today. Hunt that down, NewYorkTimes.com, Brian Chen today. Really good article. And he says the same thing. He says, Google has a thing where you can download all the information they have on you. And he did that, and it took 8 gigabytes to get all the data. And a lot of it was encrypted in these weird files that you can't open with any app. And then he saw a lot of stuff in there like that. It was like, every time he accessed certain apps, on his phone, it had a little login, log out time that Google was keeping track of. And that's kind of creepy. And then he found one Google file which had every single website he'd ever visited, like in the last 5 years, on any browser on his system, whether he used Chrome or not, which is owned by Google. But it was kind of creepy, and it had a list of like every single website. And then he got to the point where there was a thing where you can delete the data. Okay. Yes, delete the data. And then and you can't get rid of it. And he said the same thing with Facebook, and Facebook's even creepier. And Facebook doesn't even give you the option to delete it. And if they, even if it is deleted, it's still there. And you, it to try to go into Google's settings and look at all the data they're collecting on you on a whole bunch of different realms, and then try to figure out yes, no, is this good, is this bad? You have no idea. They portray it like it's good. The more knowledge we have of you, the better ads we can serve, more relevant ads, the better your experience on Google will be, the better experience on the internet will be. So the more data we have, the more we know about you, the better everything will be. But then they're portraying it like that, and then you go and look at all these settings, and they're convoluted. I don't know. So anyway, that was what I was thinking about today. Hi, okay, SKG. She has the bladder the size of a corn nut. Gomez Adams, how you doing? Mind blown watcher. Hey, Mikey Mike. I'm very sorry, Mikey Mike. He's the guy who created the very cool T-shirts for me, including the one with "Be a Tater Hater." I think I called him Marky Mark. It's Mikey Mike. Marky Mark, no. Mikey Mike, yes. Hi, Cuckoo. How are you? They know what fetish sites. Yes. If you go to any kind of website of any sort of fetish stuff, they know. Google knows it. It's just creepy. It's creepy to think that somebody has a huge record on you of virtually everything you do on any device you have. And they have another question. It's like, can we monitor all your devices? You have a phone, you have a tablet, you have a couple of laptops, you've got a desktop. They want to be able to monitor every device you have. And it's kind of like, it'll make it seamless so that if one device gets lost, we can restore the data from another device. And, and it sounds convenient. Okay, well, if I lose my cell phone, then I can just get another cell phone and then get all the data from the cloud that Google has. It seems convenient, right? But then Google has all that data. They have data of everybody you've called on the phone, all the numbers, where you were when you called. It's like creepy. It really does get creepy. Hi, bottomers. Hi, Totally Kathy. How are you? New Nomadic. Hi, Dave. So anyway, so we're having a real cool time today. It's in the New York Times today. Google's file on me was big, but not as creepy as Facebook's. And yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that even just to try to make a YouTube change where you're changing some of the things on your YouTube channel, how nebulous and bizarre all the different settings are. It's just kind of crazy. So anyway, so anyway, if you want to ask some questions about that or whatever, do you care? Do you not care? I don't know. Joey D, hey Dave, been with you since you had 250 subs. Well, thank you, Joey. Yeah, you've been here for quite a while, huh? Hi, Ann. Ann, counting Weight Watchers freestyle. Do you ever cover RB Debs? Yes, I started watching her, and I do enjoy her channel. I've been watching her for, I think it's RB. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up now. There's a bunch of, I think it's RB Debs. Yeah, I've checked. I am now checking out. I'm expanding. I am expanding to cover more nomads, and I do appreciate all the recommendations. And I'm covering that guy up in what's his name, Van Gogh. What Van Gogh, the guy with the pink shirts and all that up there in British Columbia, Zombie Toothless Boulevard. Zombie Toothless Boulevard. Zombie Toothless Bulldog. Newsflash. Google is a corporation. The only purpose is making money, and the way it makes money is by taking advantage of its user base. Yes, the way they make money is data mining. They find data on all these different on all the different people, and that's how they make money, and they sell ads that way. When you buy an ad, you don't want your ad if you're selling an ad for lipstick. You don't want your ad going to 70-year-old men. I'm saying you want your ad to go to people that are going to buy your lipstick, and you want to target your ad. And so that's how Google and all these different companies work, is they can target ads. So you're spending money to reach 100 people, but they're all 100 people that will be potential people that will buy your product. You're not reaching, 3/4 of the people are not even going to be directly interested in your product, whether male, female, young, old, whatever. So yeah, a 50-year-old man is probably not going to be terribly interested in buying lipstick, whereas a 22-year-old woman would be. So that's how they're doing it, and that sounds benign enough, but when you start looking at all the data they're mining on you, it's crazy. Somewhere in that Google data is pretty much everything you ever have done online. And then when you want to delete it, it doesn't get deleted. It's still there. That's the thing, it's like a Facebook post. You delete the Facebook post, you unfriend people, and they're still listed. It's shown whether you were a friend and whatever. Everything you delete. It's like an email system. You think you're deleting something off of a server somewhere, and it never goes away. Somebody somehow can go back and find that email. Zombie Toothless Boulevard. Zombie Toothless Bulldog lives on Zombie Toothless Boulevard. It's pay to play, folks. If you use the net, you have to pay for it. And the price you pay is privacy. That's very true. That's very true. Nothing is free. Something that's free, anybody who says this is free, there is a price, and that is your privacy and your data. Okay, that's how they make money. That's how websites make money. If the website's free, the service is free, they're making money. And the thing that gets you the most angry, at least it's free, right? At least YouTube's free. At least most of what's on Google is free, and they can make money on you. The thing that even irks you the most are like cable companies like Comcast and Verizon and Time Warner, because you're paying them through the nose. And then what are they doing? They're data mining you. They're watching everything you watch. They're watching everything you do on the internet. And yet you're paying for that privilege. The very least they could do is give you the damn cable for free. You know what I'm saying? No, you're paying $300, $250 a month for all these cable channels, and then they're data mining you on every channel. It's like what Barnes & Noble does. Barnes & Noble is the weirdest one, because they charge you you have to get this card, and most affinity cards you get at stores are free. Because why? Because they're watching what you buy. But Barnes & Noble charges you for the card, $25, $35. And what are they doing with that card? They're making money on you by selling your data. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. What do we got? 19 people watching. Everybody do a shout out. I see Ann. I see Cuckoo. I see Zombie. Who else is watching? Come on. We know you're lurking out there. Is it raining where you are? If you're anywhere in the northeast of the United States of America, it probably is. Oh, man, it's just miserable. Just miserable. Hi, Greg. How are you? Hi, Cindy. Stand up and we'll do the roll call. Is Lou there? Is Stingray there? Is Carolyn there? All the different Carolyns. Come on, we know you're there. So anyway, I'm down here in the dungeon. This is the dungeon. This is where the magic happens. And I'm on my little notebook computer today. I haven't done this. I'm just going to try this out today and see how it works. There we are. Yeah. So some of the bodies are buried back in there. Oh, hi, totally, Kathy. Hi, Sunny Girl. Thank you, Sunny Girl, very much. I believe it was you who made the PayPal donation the other day. The name on that was not quite the same as your screen name. I think that was you, right? And I do appreciate that so much. Resolution fulfilled. Hola, it's raining in Cape Coral, Florida. Yeah, there's some sort of weird, it's not weird, it happens all the time. This giant plume of moisture is coming up the East Coast, and pretty much even the Southeast Coast, the Northeast Coast, the whole East Coast is getting wet. We need the rain. It's been dry, so it's good. It'll help the flowers and the trees grow and all that, but anyway. So anyway, I'm down here in the dungeon, just kind of testing out how it works down here. But as I said, I was doing some when I was having lunch today at Chipotle. I was reading this article in the New York Times. It's very good, and it's just interesting about people's privacy and their whole thing on YouTube. So much stuff on Google. It's you go into these settings, and they make it sound like, hey, we're being totally open with you, and they do show you all these settings and stuff, but they make no sense. Is this good or bad? Is this setting to let advertisers know my preferences on all this other stuff? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And they kind of write it up like it's a good thing. The more you let us know, the better. The better we can serve you, the better we can provide programming that you want, the better that we can whatever. So I don't know, man. It is pretty weird. My philosophy is, to be honest with you, you want my data? What are you going to do with it? You want to see all the stupid websites I go to? Fine. I don't care. Most of it is just mundane pablum. I'm not really hiding anything, but it is, you do get that a little bit weird. Like say you're looking at a news article and and there's a link to like something in the Middle East, and it will say something like something in the Israeli-Arab conflict. Click on this link, and you click on it, and then suddenly you find yourself at some website that you don't know what it is. It's some weird Arabic whatever, and you're kind of wondering, is that going to put me on some list at the NSA? Greg, I hope you and everyone else are doing very well today. Just in from enjoying the sunshine. Well, good. Wherever you are, it's nice you have some sunshine, because here we are at Seattle. This is Seattle East. Washington, D.C. has now become Seattle East, at least for the next couple of days. It just rains and I know what it's like to live in Seattle. I was over at the Starbucks and I was talking on the phone to somebody, and I said, yeah, this is what it's like to live in Seattle. I kind of hung up, and then the lady sitting next to me at the other table, she said she just got back from Seattle, and she was there 9 days and it didn't rain at all. So Rowdy, how you doing, Rowdy? Rosie H. So anyway, just testing this out. All these stupid chats are little tests. I did the phone the other day in the portrait mode, and I'm trying the laptop today, and just gonna see how it goes. So anyway, and plus I'm killing some boredom. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I got most of my work done today. I sold an ad on my website, so I'm happy. But anyway, SKG Explorers, where are you guys? Where are you in the bigot? You up in you're doing a carnival. Where is the carnival now? Let me know. I think last time I saw you guys, you were like in Trenton, New Jersey, or something like that. But good stuff. Good stuff from really good stuff from SKG. She does some really nice chats, and she was talking about, I think it was the one yesterday, the Q&A one, where she was talking about what it's like day to day to live on the road with somebody else. She and the bigot. He'll say something like, "You want to go out to so and so with me?" And she's kind of wondering, is he just saying that to be polite, or does he really want her to go with him? So anyway, horny devil. So anyway, so that's about it. So anybody got anything else they want to talk about? I try to talk about the privacy stuff, and it gets you overwhelmed. You just get to the point where your eyes glaze over. I know, and it's kind of like, do you really want to spend all day answering questions on Google's websites that you don't understand about your privacy? It's too much, I can't say Dave, but you're close. Okay. When I was a kid, I grew up in South Jersey, and we always went to Trenton, Washington's Crossing. Washington's Crossing was one of the most popular, school outing trips or whatever. That we always went to Washington's Crossing. So I've been to Trenton a number of times. Time Chaser message retracted. What? What did you say? I'm doing my crotchy voice. What did you say? I forgot to bring Crotchy down to the dungeon. Do I have anything else down here? I don't know. I got a lampshade. Ooh. Oh, it's a beautiful lampshade here. Oh, looks like one of those old cloth ones that my grandmother had. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. I mean, I don't want to mess stuff up down here, but there's a lot of stuff down here. Look at the dogs on this. This is a jacket with little dogs all over it. Isn't that cool? That is really neat. Holy cow. I don't, I come down in this dungeon a lot. I don't look at all the stuff down here. There's a lot of interesting stuff down here. Let's see, who else? Who else is here? I'm excited for Jersey, the Jersey Shore. Yeah, I since I grew up from age 1 to 14 in New Jersey, and then my grandparents lived there for many years up through my 20s. So we always liked the Jersey Shore south of Atlantic City, Ocean City, New Jersey, Avalon, Wildwood, Cape May. Okay. Yeah, that was all the part we did. My dad, for some reason, didn't like to go anywhere north of New York City. Now, Atlantic City. Once you go north, then you got, like Asbury Park, Bruce, and all those other places. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Generally speaking, if you're from the New York metropolitan area, you tend to go to the those northern shore pieces, like Asbury, stuff like that. If you're from Philly, you go down south of Atlantic City. That's generally, there's a lot of mix though, but I don't know. My favorite, I think, I'll tell you, what is my favorite? You know what my favorite is? Cape May Point. Go all the way down the Garden State Parkway to the bitter end, exit 0, and then you go to Cape May Point, which is kind of way out on the point there. It's Cape May town is very nice too, but it's gotten very millennialized over the last few years, but there's a lot of cool stuff in Cape May. But you can go, what you can do is you can park in Cape May, and then there's this big bird sanctuary just to the west, and then you can hike the beach all the way down to the point where the lighthouse is. That's a wonderful hike. You don't want to do that on a really hot day though, because it is scorching. But if it's a nice cool day, that's a wonderful hike. You go down through the bird sanctuary, go down to the point. There's that old there's a couple old forts down there, that old cement ship, and of course the lighthouse. And I've climbed the lighthouse, and yes, I made it to the top, but it's really creepy if you've got any sort of vertigo, which I do have. Oh yeah. Hey BVC, Bruce Springsteen represents the worst of boomerism. How so? Explain yourself. I'm trying to do the big Clive beard here with the two-lobed Scottish beard. I am not a Bruce Springsteen freaky fan. I am not, but I do like Springsteen. He's got some good stuff. I'll tell you something. I think my favorite Bruce Springsteen was back when he was young, and that first Born to Run album, because I remember he broke real big right away. And Born to Run. I still love that song. What was the other song I liked? He did another song that was really good. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. What was the other song? I can't remember the name of the song. He did another song I really like. It was about amusement parks, and it was shot in the Asbury Park area. And I'll have to look it up, and I'll have to post it in the comments. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not a Springsteen freak, but I like Bruce a lot. I think he's a cool cat. A microwave TV sinner. The microwave TV sinner. I love them Wildwood biddies. Wildwood's a pretty town. The nice thing about Wildwood is it's got beautiful beaches. Okay. The problem with Cape May, deal geography lesson. Cape May is way down at the south, and then Wildwood's up the coast a little bit. And the problem is that the currents wash all the beaches away from Cape May. So Cape May has a terrible time they have to keep bringing in big truckloads of sand and all that. Then it all washes up the coast to Wildwood, and then Wildwood gets these gorgeous beaches. So if you like a big beach, then go to Wildwood. Check out the Germ, by the way. The Germ who's a worm. He did some good exploration-y stuff in the Wildwood, Atlantic City area. I think it was last year. So he's got some good stuff there. Jack May Hoff. How you doing? So anyway, I am down here in the dungeon today, just saying hi to everybody. Uh, and talking to you. If you want to bring up some YouTube topics, anybody got some questions on their favorite YouTube channels? There's not a lot of big news today. We got Living Free Mikey down there with Dale, the bearded Dale dude down there in Texas, and we got Caravan Carolyn, and she's up there in British Columbia, and then we've got Carolyn's RV Life, and she is in Oregon, but she's heading north. I guess she's going to go to British Columbia and then eventually to Alaska. Nomadic Fanatic just entered Nebraska, at least in his last video. Who knows how long ago that was? And he's going to go see Totally Kathy. You want a piece of me, Mr. Bagger? You want a piece of me, Mr. Swedes? Boom, 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 boom. Cement ship. Yeah, the old cement ship. That's cool. I always like that. That's still there. Every time you go, there's a little bit more of it's been washed away. And then they have the Cape May ferry boats, and you can go down to Lewis, Delaware, and then where I was last summer, down in Rehoboth. So that's neat. And I like it on a sunny day because you can stand there on the beach and you can see across the bay, which is about 35 miles over to the other shore. It's pretty neat, pretty neat. I like that area. That's a cool area. You know, I wouldn't mind if I had to retire. I ever got to retirement age. I think that'd be a neat place to live. It would be. It'd be very nice. Southern Delaware, LSD, lower, slower Delaware, and South Jersey. That's a nice area. You know, my dad's family was originally from that area. My mom's family's from central Pennsylvania. So we're kind of a mid-Atlantic family. Where does Crotchy like to vacation? The Poconos. He had a wonderful time in Blindview Seymour. They had a great time. And he also liked Dollywood. He likes Dollywood too. Those are his two big favorites right now. But he might go out to the Canadian Rockies to be with what's that channel? I can't remember the channel's name. I have it in the video today. They talk like this. They're from the Canadian Rockies. Bushman, John Bushman, Smiling John Bushman. SKG, I want to hang out with Caravan Carol. Well, yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be really cool. Mustard Man. Well, Mustard Man. I hear Crotchy is a little lush. Yes, Crotchy does have a drinking problem, and so does Seymour, and most puppets do, by the way. You know, they really do. So I don't know. So anyway, you know, I was also reading in the paper today, all these TV networks, they're all like merging. Did you know that? Did you know that Fox is selling off its Fox 21st Century Movie Studio over to Disney ABC? And then Time Warner wants to merge with some AT&T, and Sinclair with this big crazy company in Baltimore is trying to buy Tribune, and ABC, and oh, it's crazy. It's insane. The TV, you know, what's really funny is how poorly television is doing. The ratings for broadcast television, for network television, for cable television are all way down. You know, who's benefiting is, of course, all of us folks on YouTube. You know, everybody's watching YouTube now, you know? Chunky Pumpkin. Yes, that's it, Craigie Poo. Chunky Pumpkin. Yeah, I love that. You know, it's really crazy. Yeah. All right, we're almost at the 30-minute mark. Anyway, so anything else going on with our favorite YouTubers? Not too much. It's kind of at a slow period right now. I do hope that if and when Nomadic Fanatic does make it east, and he said he's going to hit West Virginia because that was the other state he hasn't been in. He's been in all 48 states now except for West Virginia. So when he comes to West Virginia, I would like it if we could maybe get together because I'm only an hour from West Virginia here, Northern Virginia here. We're pretty close to West Virginia. So that would be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. They're having torrential rains today in West Virginia, though. That Bunker Hill, we have a a YouTuber. I'm not going to mention his name, but he knows who he is. He's from Bunker Hill, West Virginia, and they had to close a bunch of roads there today because of all the flooding. So you know who you are, Mr. Bunker Hill, West Virginia. My niece actually lives near there. So anyway, my niece. Well, you have to get ready for work, SKG. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so you and the bigot are having some fun up there in New Jersey somewhere. That'd be cool. And then I guess you go up to New York later, just keep heading north and north, and eventually, what, Canada? Uh, I was bummed Jacob only did a drive-by of Key West. Yeah, I don't know. He should have spent a little more. I thought the same thing. Maybe he shot more video. You know, he does that. He goes somewhere, he'll do a live chat from there, maybe do 2 or 3 videos, and then he's got some other stuff in the can that pops up later. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if more and more stuff will pop up, maybe some more stuff from Key West. But yeah, if one of the things I really liked, and this is, you know, into the Mystery 13 Jed, before he met Evie, he did some really cool stuff traveling down to Key West, and he lived there for I think a couple weeks, and it was some wonderful videos. And I'm sure if you look on Into the Mystery 13, some of his archivey stuff from a year or two ago, some really nice videos he did at Key West, and that whole island chain and whatever. Yeah, he did some nice stuff when he was traveling solo in his van. He did some really nice stuff. I kind of miss that exploration stuff he used to do. Now he seems to just be kind of hanging out with Evie and staying in Portland for most of the time. But I really did like the old stuff, the classics. He did some nice stuff. You know, I remember he even came down the Delmarva Peninsula and oh yeah, I remember that very well. Remember the night Trump was elected? He was coming down Delmarva. I think he was coming down through Philadelphia and the Delmarva, and I just this for some reason I will always put those two things together: Trump getting elected and Into the Mystery 13 coming down the Delmarva Peninsula. Yes, I don't know if movies are not obsolete. I don't think. I think people still want to go out to the movies, and you look at the theaters and stuff. I think that's okay. That's doing pretty well. But I do think that I don't think Hollywood is dying a slow death. I think television, I think radio is. Those old-fashioned forms of entertainment. I think broadcast television, cable networks. The problem is now people don't want to be fed a bunch of programs in a certain order. Who wants to do that? I got to be in front of the TV at 8:00 to watch this show and 9:00 to watch that show, or I have to pay for some cable channel to watch that show. That's all. People are tired of that. Hollywood's going to keep going, but they're going to be producing programs for Netflix and for online. And I mean, look at online now. There's a plethora of channels. From Amazon to Netflix to Hulu to all these other networks. And that's where people are going. So I wish with cable channels you could just buy one at a time. It's like Turner Classic Movies. I love the old movies on TCM, but I just want to be able to buy TCM, and that's it. And I can't do that. I have to buy some stupid package on either YouTube TV or Sling TV or Direct TV Now. I can get online TCM, but I have to pay $40-$50 for some package of 35 channels that I don't want. And that kind of day has to go away. We want what we want, and that's it. Pay for just what we want. And that's what I like about YouTube, And the other thing as I get older is I like real stuff. I'm tired of fiction. I'm just, there's some fiction that's great. Breaking Bad was great. The Sopranos was great. Fargo's great. Some of those shows I still like a lot, but I'm really getting tired of fiction. I just want real life. And I don't want silly real life like reality television. I don't want that. I like YouTube because you can see so many people's real lives. The thing about the Nomads is I really enjoy the channels where people don't gussy it up too much. I mean, there are some YouTubers where they put a lot of music and fancy editing. I like the simple stuff. I like Caravan Carolyn. I like Campervan Kevin because their stuff is simple and basic. And there's a certain honesty and a reality to it, That's what I like, that connection to real life, not phony crap, And I think there's a lot of YouTube stuff that really fits that bill. Now, everything on YouTube, there's everything on YouTube. You can go for everything. But I like the nomads that really kind of show it. They don't gussy it up. They just kind of say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing." And there's some people out there that I think do a really good job of that. So there. Craig Charlton, can you share with Dave that Demonic Abyss needs some lifting up? He is really down. Yes, Demonic Abyss did he's our good buddy he's from Pennsylvania. He's a smart guy. Okay. He's a young guy. I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's in his early 20s, but he did some really wonderful analysis of the bottom of YouTube a while back. And, he's got some problems. I think he had a job and he lost the job and now he's working at fast food. Um, you know, if he's got an address, I don't know his address. I don't know his PayPal. If Demonic wants to share it with us, or somebody who knows him wants to share an address, a PO box, or some sort of a PayPal link, I'd be more than happy to put it in the description below, and you can help Demonic out because he's a cool guy. Really like him, and he's I don't know his whole situation. But he needs to kind of get up there and let us know where he can be reached. Okay. Who else is here? Anybody haven't shouted? Hi, Mr. Fluffy. Let's see what my battery is on this old machine because it's probably going to die soon. I got 47%. Okay, we still got some time. Valucia EV. I agree. Oz's channel is getting a little overproduced. Yeah, you know what I like about Ozja though? It's like Mary Tyler Moore. She can take a boring day and suddenly make it all worthwhile. She has that ability. She's like the modern day Mary Tyler Moore. She takes an ordinary day where she's hanging out, doing not much anything, going to the Walmart, which she likes to do, and then she gussies it up with some cool music, and it's actually pretty good. She does a good job of that. Oh, but hey, what are the plans for tonight, Dave? Same old, same old. It's supposed to be Thirsty Thursday, blind views, so we'll see if he shows up. And I don't know if I'm going to comment on anything. I may just watch. I'm just going to lurk, but that's probably what I'll be doing tonight. Thirsty Thursday, 7:00. I'm not doing any pre-show. Yeah, I'm doing this little live chat. This is not a pre-show. I'm just doing this today. Dave needs to do a cash stream for Demonic. I don't want to get into the business of funneling money to certain people. I will be happy to post links or, in the videos of people's addresses if they want and their PayPal links, and the money goes straight to them. I do not want to be funneling money. So give Dave $10 and then I have to give it to Demonic. I'm not the middleman. I don't want to do that. So, how's the weather? Yeah, it's raining. It's rained all week. It's raining today. It's raining tomorrow. It's raining the next day. We're sick of it. Everybody's tired of it. We're going to get like 6 inches of rain, but it could be worse. It could be snow. It could be sleet. It could be cold. It could be, we've had everything. I don't know. I'm tired. I want nice. All I want is some nice spring weather. We've had like 5. I think we've had 5 nice days this spring so far, and that's it. Every other day's been miserable. Connecticut had an F1 tornado. Oh my goodness. One of my friends flew out of Philadelphia 2 nights ago to go out to California, and it was like lightning bolts were coming down and everything. Yeah. It's hot here in Ontario. Really? Hey, thank you, Judy, for Crotchy's drinking fund. Oh, that is so sweet. Crotchy, thank you. Yeah, the weather, at least it's not going to be super hot. With the weather, I looked at the weather forecast here for next week and it's only in the 70s. I think it's going up into the 80s, but we had a couple mid 90s last week and that was a little silly. But anyway, sounds like laundering drug money through live chat. Dumonic, if you're out there, let us, I know he has a PO box because he was selling some stickers and stuff like that. But we want to help the guy. And hey, here's another thing too. Do you have Skype? If you have if you're a YouTuber and you have a Skype account, let's get together. Let me know, and I'll do a Skype interview of you. I think that would be really cool. I think one of the things I want to do on my channel is more interviews of YouTubers and Skype. I can't be everywhere, but if you've got a channel, you're building it, you got a couple hundred subs, you got Skype, maybe we can get together and do a Skype interview for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour someday. Sounds, yeah. Demonic has a PayPal link. Okay. Well, I don't want to put his PayPal link up without his permission. Okay. I mean, he knows my email. Yeah, and camo@gmx.com. So Demonic, let me know if is it okay, and we'll help you out. We'll do a special Demonic telethon. We'll get all the bottom of YouTubers. We'll get Lou involved. Lou can pray for you. We'll have Lou. Hi, Sister Earth. How are you? Oh, you're getting dumped on in Myrtle Beach, huh? Oh, that's not nice. Yup. Listru, interview me in a couple of months, Dave. All right, just hit me up and we'll set something up. Rosie H. Yeah, Rosie, figure something out. We'll get, I'm more than happy to help him out. Yes. He's a young dude. I don't know his situation other than that. Nomadic Fanatic Patreon, thumbs down for e-begging. Carry on with the disgrace. No, I'm not a Marine, but I like wearing military stuff, and I am very proud of the Marines, and I just wanted to salute them. I have done some work on my website for the Marines and for other military groups. We've done some promotional stuff. A lot of the media organizations and I've done a number of work with that kind of stuff. The U.S. Naval Institute has a big press here, and I've worked with them, and they bought some ads for me, and I've done some promotional work for them. And so, yeah, I am more than happy to get on that. But do you know what? If I was young again, I probably would join the Marine. I like it. I think it would be really cool. I was never I was in that period, grew up in the period where there wasn't any draft. I didn't even have to register for the draft. But, it's interesting. If I come back again, I might just do that. I think I might. That Tandil isn't going to buy itself. Dave needs cash. I think I hear Tanks. Tank is upstairs walking around. He's stirring. Now, the problem is getting Tank out when it's raining. He does not like to go out when it's raining. So, I have to drag him out, and I have to say, poop. And he does. He'll suddenly look at me and go, okay. And he poops, and I take him back in. So I have some good friends who are Marines. I have some very good friends. Yeah, we get along just fine. Channel don't even subscribe to me. So go by and subscribe. What the hell? Dave TV and Camo Dave. Better together. Peace, Sister Earth. Thank you for watching. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And let's hope the rain eventually stops, or else we build an ark. Maybe we need an ark. All right. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Vlog under.